Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Reactor, and this is Quinn, and today's article comes from FoxNews.com and says, Mississippi man fired after seen wearing shirt with Confederate flag, noose to vote. Report. Report what? Yeah, so there's the guy with the shirt, Confederate flag with a noose, and it says Mississippi Justice.
I see less and less of that image
Confederate flag?
lately, yeah.
Yeah, because they're calling it racist and stuff.
Yeah, but also, I do live up north, I guess you could say.
Yeah. I know in the South, they I mean, at least 8 years ago, when I was in the South, they used to fly it or like
yeah,
it.
it's more rare, I feel like, to see that kind of thing.
He's a nurse. It says, a Mississippi man was fired after a photo of him at a polling center went viral. In the picture, the man is wearing a shirt that includes the Confederate flag, a noose, and the words Mississippi Justice. A Mississippi man was reportedly fired from his nursing job on Thursday after a viral photo showed him wearing a Confederate shirt emblazoned with a noose and the words Mississippi Justice while voting in the midterm elections. Yeah, but what they're not mentioning is he voted Democrat, so... No, I don't know. The photograph, which was reportedly taken at a polling center near his home in Olive Branch, Mississippi, outraged fellow voters. It's a sad time when people have that mindset, resident Clarence Walker told Fox 13 Memphis. Well, I was shocked when I saw it, but there wasn't anything we could do. Election Commissioner Barry Chapman told the local Memphis, well, you couldn't get him fired. Yeah, so real quick, look at this.
It could be...
You could interpret that at least two different ways.
If you took the Confederate flag away from the shirt, it's just simply a man who believes in his own form of Mississippi justice.
Yeah.
But with the Confederate flag, it almost says...
that they're going to hang the Confederates.
Or that he dislikes Confederates.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of Confederate soldiers were hung. That is offensive. But I don't see why they would care so much about the Confederates. Well, I was shocked when I saw it, but there wasn't anything we could do. Election Commissioner, I already read that. And then here it is, gigantic, for me to read a third time. DeSoto County officials confirmed to Fox 13 that the man didn't break any laws by wearing the divisive shirt to go vote. Laws only state that voters cannot distribute campaign literature or wear a shirt with a candidate's name on it near a polling center. But that shirt would sway people to maybe be Democrat, like wow, this is a Republican. I mean, they don't know if he's Democrat or Republican, so that's kind of weird, but I guess it wouldn't sway people. No Democrat's gonna go to the polling center and be like, "Oh, look at that shirt. Maybe I shouldn't be a Democrat."
The problem is that everybody who lives, pretty much everybody I know, knows what that image, where it's from, that it's from the Confederate States, and that they used to hang a lot of people, white and black.
Yeah, in the North they used to hang people too.
Yeah.
All over the country they used to hang people.
It's kind of like wearing that image out in public, to me, in my opinion, these days. It's kind of like something you probably want to stay home, no matter what your version of why you're wearing it is. You probably just want a backyard barbecue, maybe like hang out with your close friends and not, I don't know, probably no one wants to see that.
And maybe it was laundry day.
Maybe that's the only shirt he had, and he really didn't even want to wear it, but he didn't want to turn it inside out and look like a total bum going out in public.
Yeah. As far as I can tell, a guy wearing a t-shirt didn't violate law. But after the photo went viral, the ensuing internet backlash led to the identification of the hospital worker. Reports identified the man as Clayton Hickey, a nurse working at a hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, WMC-TV reported. See, that's kind of wrong in its own right, like doxing people. Like, oh my God, I'm interpreting the shirt this way. We need to get this man fired, Because, I mean, it really could be argued that it's hanging Confederates.
The amount...
that Mississippi Justice is hanging...
Yeah. And of all the people that have, that have succumbed to hanging in Mississippi, it's, there's so many people that's happened to.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sad thing to exploit that, I guess.
It's a weird
everywhere
thing.
You go.
Where did he get the shirt? Is that like a shirt that's made by a company? I mean, did he make it himself?
I mean, it seems like something you're not going to see it at a store these days.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to special order it.
Yeah, like online.
But again, what is, everybody has their own opinion of an image when they see it, and maybe he's not trying to be a racist ass. Sorry, everybody's going to see you that way.
I really doubt that was his intention. Especially if he was racist, why would you walk around with a shirt saying, "Hey, I'm racist"?
It's just a little. It's kind of ironic that a person that works to save other people's lives would be wearing something that clearly is showing an idea of taking lives before their time. I guess.
For justice.
I guess, for justice.
Americans are extremely okay with murdering people as long as a jury of their peers say it's okay. Whether they're guilty or not. If the jury says kill him, then we're like, oh yeah, he deserved it.
Right. I mean, I think the majority of people though in the States don't really want to see people get hung.
Yeah, I don't think anyone gets hung anymore anyway. But yeah, hanging. They used to do it as a show. Like, hey everyone, don't forget to go to the town center at noon. We're gonna hang this guy.
Right.
And then people would actually show up and watch it, which is weird because nowadays if you did that, people would be traumatized and they would all have all kinds of issues. But it used to be like a spectacle thing. Like people would grab their popcorn and watch this guy get hung.
And that's the thing is there was no there were the only images that you could see, the only entertainment you had was live action. So that's why people would be having picnics watching Civil War battles and stuff like that.
This kind of makes me think. Go back 200 years ago when they were hanging a guy in the town square and everyone was eating popcorn, watching him die, struggling,
throwing tomatoes,
and they were all fine with it. Imagine that type of person compared to an ordinary person nowadays who would be traumatized by that, right?
Right.
It's kind of the difference between a wolf and a docile domesticated animal. The wolf is like, yeah, sure, this is life, and the domesticated docile animal is like, oh my god, I can't even,
Right.
And my point is, it kind of shows that humans are becoming this domesticated, innocent type of creature that is afraid of the real world.
I just think that with this guy's shirt, I'm gonna just go back and say it again, that it's something if you're going to wear that, wear it in your backyard, in your house.
Yeah.
Don't go out to the voting booth and think that no one's going to say... Do you think that everyone's on your side when you go and wear that shirt? Because I agree with you. It's your perception of the image.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't say that he's a supporter of... Or he's a racist or he supports killing any certain person. Unfortunately, that's the way that I'm going to take it, and a lot of people are going to take it.
It's the blue and gold dress. You remember that?
Yeah.
People were seeing... I mean, the blue and gold dress might be slightly different because it was actually a biological thing that was causing people to see one thing or another.
Right.
But this is also sort of a biological thing. It's the way their brain wants to interpret it. He's saying kill, slaves like the Confederates did. But he could also be saying kill Confederates like the North did. You know?
Right. Or the only defense he could possibly have, which I wouldn't agree with anyway, is he could stand in front of me and say, "Oh, well, I like the idea when the flag was first established before all of the terrible things associated with that flag happened. At the very start of it, the very first idea
was a revolution.
Uh-huh. And that's period.
Uh-huh.
Anything after that, I don't agree with. But we don't know that. I don't know that that's his position.
Yeah, so it's pointless to try telling him what his position is or being outraged by it.
And it's pointless for him trying to tell me what his position is because I clearly have already made my opinion when I saw his shirt.
Yeah, I know a lot of Southerners aren't racist, and they like the Confederate flag because it was... it's no different than the first American Revolution. Only difference is it failed. And the government didn't let them escape and create their own country.
Right.
Whereas the first revolution, we left Britain, and Britain had to deal with it.
Exactly.
His employer, Regional One Health, promptly investigated the matter internally. Hickey was fired on Thursday. We are committed to upholding our mission to provide compassionate care and exceptional services to all. Regional One said in a statement, this includes fostering a safe and protected work and care environment for all. Behaviors contrary to these principles are unacceptable and will not be tolerated. He didn't hurt anyone. Behaviors contrary to this? What was the behavior? Wearing a shirt?
It's a statement. I would argue, Reactor, that he's making a statement. It was bold, and he was he
But
was
you're allowed to,
testing the waters.
They're firing because of his politics now. That's basically what's come down. He didn't hurt anyone. He didn't have any. There's no victims. He wore a shirt, and people interpreted it how they wanted, and they're outraged now. You know, when really it's just a shirt, and you don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he wore it because he wanted people to see how stupid it looks. You know, maybe he wanted to outrage voters so that they were like, "Wow, yeah, I should be Democrat."
It seems like
I don't want to be associated with this guy.
I believe that a person with this person's mind absolutely knew what they were doing. Also, I believe that they probably were testing the waters to see how far they could go, but it seems like something somebody would do closer to retirement, because you are really on the edge with that.
They said, "We are committed to upholding our mission to provide..." Yeah, I already read that. Hickey had previously been a police officer in Memphis, but resigned after being caught in a car with a 17-year-old girl and alcohol. WREG-TV reported.
A history of a few bad decisions.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty bad decision. I mean, I would think I would be more outraged by that. Like, how old is this guy? You know? And I guess 17 is almost 18, and I'm not going to say that a 17-year-old girl is a little baby. You know,
right? And
she's fully capable of making her own decisions.
A police officer could potentially be 19, 20 years old, getting through a police academy, or 21.
Yeah. So I mean, we don't really know anything about that. Although it is a crime, at the very least. Well, wait, in Mississippi, is it a crime?
I mean,
I kind of think Mississippi is one of the southern states seem to be more lenient with age of consent. You know?
Yeah. It does.
So I don't even know if that's illegal.
Right.
It seems to be illegal by the way they're wording it and saying he got fired or resigned. You know?
All I have to say about this is, you know what you did. It's not right. We all, North and South, no matter what your perception of that specific image is, everybody else has their perception of it, and they don't like it. And you know damn well that nobody wants to see that out in public.
Yeah, it was a little overboard having a noose. If the noose wasn't there, it'd be like, whatever, he's just an idiot.
Exactly. It's really just the noose. Mm-hmm. That's about all it is. But
then speculating what the noose means, it's like listening to like when people would listen to songs and be like, oh my god, it's devil's music because listen to what they're saying, like, you know, and it's like they're just interpreting it how they want. It's like you can be outraged by anything if you interpret it in a way that will outrage you, and some people seek that. They want to be outraged, especially nowadays. There are people who want to be outraged. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. Yeah, I guess this guy's an idiot, but I kind of am against firing people after interpreting things your own way, you know? So, I don't know. That's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Let us know what you think in the comments. How do you interpret this, you know? Do you agree that he should have been fired? I kind of don't. But other than that, check the description for our Patreon link if you want to help us, and thanks for watching.